Rawat. Air Commodore Dharmender Singh Handa. Air Commodore Ashok Raj Thakur. Air Commodore Pradeep Batra. Air Commodore Kavalpreet Singh Dham. Air Commodore Devashish Kukreti. Air Commodore Rohit Kapil. Group Captain Alok Kumar Sharma. Group Captain Vikas Verma. Group Captain Ankit Mehrotra. Group Captain Bibu Datta SK Janamani. Wing Commander Gobind Singh.
Chief of the Air Staff will now present bar to Vayu Sena Medal Gallantry in recognition of an act of exceptional courage. Group Captain Omar Brown. The Gallantry Medal is now awarded posthumously to Sergeant Surendra Kumar for his supreme sacrifice in the line of duty during Operation Sindoor. Receiving the award is Mrs. Seema Moga. The Gallantry Medal is now awarded posthumously to Corporal Vicky Pahade for his supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. Receiving the award is Mrs. Reema Pahade. Receiving the Vayu Sena Medal Gallantry in recognition of an act of exceptional courage now. Group Captain Ankur Hakim. Group Captain Manav Bhatia. Group Captain Yasir Faruqi. Group Captain Ankit Raj Singh. Group Captain Varun Bhoj. Group Captain Anurag Singh Minhas. Group Captain Akshay Arun Mahale. Group Captain Deepak Chauhan.
All right, viewers, visuals coming in from the Hindon Air Base in Ghaziabad, and it's a very, very important day that we are seeing there, where we see an impressive parade showcasing the beautiful day of 93rd Indian Air Force Day, where we see that our country remembers those warriors. I just want to go across to my colleague who's joining us right now. We have with us Ishan, who's joining us live. And Ishan, this is a huge day, and it also, we're just talking a little bit more about the impressive lineup of the aircrafts. From what we understand, the parade is highlighting some of the most impressive aircrafts that India has.
Yes, the parade has highlighted all the latest aircraft that are available with the Indian Air Force, starting with the transport aircraft. The C-17 and C-130 have been displayed here. Apart from that, an embedded aircraft with the Rudra radar mounted on top of it for the AEWCS variant has been displayed. The MiG-29 and Su-30 MKI have been displayed. Apart from that, the Rafale, Akash, light combat helicopter Dhruv and Apache attack helicopters have also been displayed. And there is also a display of the MiG-21, which was recently at the Chandigarh Air Base. Earlier last month.
Yes, Ishan. Well, Ishan, I'm coming back to you right now, but the parade, like Ishan is saying, is featuring a wide range of aircraft showcasing India's air combat and transport capabilities. And like Ishan was mentioning, so we're talking about the Sukhoi, we're talking about the MiG-29, we're talking about helicopters, Apache attack helicopter, talking about also tribute to the MiG-21 Bison, which was retired after serving over 6 decades, including in Operation Sindoor. It's time for a very short break right now, viewers, but do not go anywhere. We are live and breaking pictures coming in from the Hindon Air Base in Ghaziabad. Also, putting our focus on what's happening right now. India salutes its air warriors. Indian Air Force marks 93 years of glory.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिकर.
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना. Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार.
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला.
त्योहार भी आ गए और हुंडे सुपर डिलाइट डेज भी. अब हर कदम पे खुशियां बांटेंगे. हर सेलिब्रेशन अपना अपना सा लगेगा. यही तो टाइम है प्यार दिखाने का अपनी फेवरेट हुंडई कार को. आपकी मनपसंद हुंडई कारों पर मिल रही है कमाल की डील्स. वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई ही, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल. ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े. क्या निराला MDH मसाला. केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे. दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे. केसरिया से मन जोगी.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार.
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला.
कल यानी नवरात्रि के प्रथम दिवस 22 सितंबर को सूर्योदय के
For years, health has been a major concern for people in Dharavi. Water was not always clean. Poor sanitation, open drains, and shared toilets. These kind of conditions made people vulnerable to a lot of diseases like diarrhea, cholera, dengue, malaria, and many more. Most of the homes are so small that there is hardly any ventilation. The family members, they stay very close to each other. And in case if one person falls sick, there are high chances it will spread to others very easily. The treatment has never been easy. There are very few clinics inside Dharavi, as you can see, one behind me. There are long waiting times with long queues too. And if someone wants to attend to another patient, he might have to take off from the duty. That means he has to lose on money because a lot of people here work on daily wage system.
मेरा नाम रविंद्र किशन दुर्वे, पिछले 40-50 सालों से मैं धारावी में रहता हूँ और प्राइवेट क्लिनिक के लिए हम लोग आते हैं। सरकारियों में जाओ तो घंटों धक्का खाना पड़ता है, तो प्राइवेट में भी आते हैं। तो वही हालत यहाँ पे इंदिरा नगर में जब से स्टार्ट किया है हॉस्पिटल का, तो 1-2 क्लिनिक थे छोटे मोटे, अभी 2-4 बढ़ने के बावजूद भी घंटों लाइन लगाना पड़ता है।
But now, change has begun to show. More healthcare centers are being set up closer to homes. Mobile medical vans are also providing with basic medical aid and checking on the blood pressures and sugar levels of people. On top of that, better waste management system has also reduced in mosquito breeding. It will take time, but people here, they believe that healthier Dharavi is absolutely possible. Each person will have right to clean water, better drainage system, proper sanitation, cleaner toilets. Health is not just about curing a particular illness. It is about boosting the confidence in the society that they can live here without being afraid of the next disease. Well, in the next episode, we'll be discussing how education is opening doors for the younger generation of Dharavi.
Viewers, top headlines. India salutes its air warriors. Indian Air Force marks 93 years of glory. Huge infighting within Tata Group comes to light. Tata Group's big wigs meet Home Minister Amit Shah. Indian student allegedly captured by Ukraine while fighting for Russia. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer lands in India, received by Maharashtra CM and Deputy CMs in Mumbai. Focus on key bilaterals as Starmer's first visit. SIA raids are underway in Shopia district in connection with an ongoing probe into UAPA cases. Good morning, viewers. We're live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. The battle for the Tatas, one of India's biggest and most respected business empires, has now reached Delhi's power corridors. Huge infighting has broken out within the Tata Group and the government, which has been monitoring the developments. is concerned and has now been forced to step in. Now, we had visuals come in from the national capital of Noel Tata meeting the Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi last night at the key meeting held at Union Home Minister Amit Shah's residence. Noel Tata, N. Chandrasekaran and top ministers, all of them are reported to have been present. The meeting comes amid reports of infighting and issues of corporate governance inside the Tata fold. Republic Media Network editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami joins us this morning with the full details of the battle for Tata.
Well, I'll just keep it very brief so that our viewers have a sense of what happened. Yesterday, we had Noel Tata, Mr. Venu Srinivasan, who is the vice chairman of the Tata Group, and other senior leadership of the Tata Group who met Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence. The meeting was around 8 o'clock or so. We know that there were at least 3 or 4 members of the Tata board who were there, representatives of Tata Sons, representative of Tata Trust. And this has happened because there has been an open season of infighting within the Tata Group. Essentially, as we all know, certain board members of Tatas have refused to accept the complete, supervision, if I may use that word, of Noel Tata, who has taken over as chairman of Tata after Ratan Tata passed away. Now, this problem has reached a key point after one of the directors of the Tata Group did not have his position extended due to the opposition of the group of 4 who call themselves the reformists. It is a known fact that the 4 people who are opposing Noel Tata are believed to be in touch with Shapurji Palonji, which has 18% stake in the Tata Trust and in the Tata Sons, and as a result, they want to liquidate. They want to go for a public listing. At this point of time, the fact is that there is a fight for control over the Tatas. Now, whether this is a corporate coup or an attempt at doing some kind of a corporate coup, we are not sure of. But the point is that the government has been forced to intervene, principally because the government believes that Tata is a very big group. It's not just in terms of turnover, it's got a $180 billion turnover. It is because it's a diversified group. It's because the group is into various areas which are linked to India's growth story, including defense, particularly aerospace, aviation. And therefore, the government cannot be a mute spectator to the goings-on within the Tata Group and letting things go as it is. So there has been a political intervention. I would say this is an unofficial intervention. This is an attempt to give wise counsel to the Tata Group. But I also believe that the government would like to see the Tata Group controlled by the Tatas, as simple as that. And it does not want these present things which are going on in the Tata Group to reach a point where, things get extremely ugly. There is believed to be a power tussle between Noel Tata on the one side and, the present CEO on the other. Mr. Chandrasekaran is just crossing the age of 65, so as per rules, his extension is also in the wings. And this internal battle is leading to great dissent at the very top of the Tata Group. I would say that this is the single biggest corporate battle in recent Indian history. And therefore, it's going to be extremely closely watched. We are watching it very closely. And we're trying to get all sides on the story. It's very difficult to get details on record on something like this. But the meeting with Amit Shah has put the entire matter in the public domain without doubt. I mean, if anybody was talking about it in Hasha circles, when all the bosses of the Tata Group are at the Home Minister's residence, where I believe the Finance Minister was also there, then it's pretty much out in the open. So this is my update for now. I'm sure we'll follow it up. So thank you very much.
And viewers, Prime Minister Modi will open the first phase of the Navi Mumbai International Airport and the final phase of the Mumbai Metro 3 during his 2-day visit to Mumbai beginning on Wednesday. PM Modi will also launch Mumbai One, a common mobility app for 11 public transport services. Here's a report. Take a look. getting you some big breaking updates coming in. Ministry of External Affairs, MEA is checking whether the reports of claiming that a citizen of India has been taken into custody by Ukrainian troops is true or not. The Indian embassy in Kiev is ascertaining the veracity of the report, adding that the government is in touch with relevant authorities. At this point, officials said that there has been no official communication from the Ukrainian side regarding the alleged detention viewers. So back-to-back updates coming in right now. The MEA has now, through its mission in Kiev, is continuing efforts to confirm the facts surrounding the incident. The source has added Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade announced on October 7th that it had captured an Indian national who has been fighting on the side of the Russian forces. I think we have a reporter live with us right now. We have with us Lavina. So let's go to Lavina and try to find out exactly what's happened so far. Lavina, Indian national was allegedly fighting for Russia, was captured in Ukraine. However, the focus of the MEA right now is to verify that claim.
Yeah, there has been no answer from the officials as of now. And we are on the way to Morbi to find out the family and interact with them and interact with the locals there and find out what's going on with the family and even interact with the politicians who are on there. And we got to know that a 22-year-old Indian national has been captured by the Ukraine forces who was fighting for Russia to avoid prison actually, and he went to Russia to study, and unfortunately he had to join the forces to avoid prison. So we are on the way to Morbi to find out what's actually happening on the ground, to find out what's happening with the family and interact with them and interact with the locals and the authorities there to ask a few questions that get some update about it.
Yes, but you know, Lavina, I would also want to ask you the profile of this Indian student who has been, who was in Ukraine's custody right now, was fighting. But, you know, the question is that who exactly is he and what is his profile? Where does he belong to? What was he doing there in the first place?
So this person is 22 years old. He went to Russia to study. His name is Moji Mohammad Hussain, and he went to Russia to study, and unfortunately he had to join the forces to avoid prison from the Russian government, and he was captured by the Ukraine on the 63rd Merchandise Brigade.
All right. Thank you, Lavina, for getting us those details. I will be coming back to you for more on this story. It's a developing story, by the way, viewers. Let's move ahead right now. I just want to tell our viewers a little bit more about what has happened so far. What has happened so far, viewers? So this is an Indian student in Ukraine custody. However, these reports are being verified right now. We see that Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade has claimed that it has captured an Indian national allegedly fighting for Russian forces. This is according to reports which are coming in. I just want to go across to my colleague Lavina. Lavina, you know, I really want to ask you what exactly happened, because we know that there is a statement which has come out by this Indian student. I did not want to stay in prison, so I signed a contract for special military operation. This is what he's saying in a video referring to Russia's term for its invasion of Ukraine. So what is a version which has come out of this Indian student who has been allegedly captured by Ukraine?
He is just saying to the officials there that he did not want to do it. He was just there to study, but unfortunately he had to join the forces to avoid being captured by the Russian forces or being tortured by them.
All right. So Lavina is getting us all these details, and we have put the statement out for our viewers. We put that statement out for our viewers once more on what this Indian student is really saying, because he did not want to go to prison. Lavina is saying that. And because of that, he had one option, that was to join Russia's defense forces. And then while he was fighting for Russia, he was captured by Ukraine. So here it says it says that came across Ukrainian trench position 3 kilometers away from here, immediately put down my rifle. This is the statement of the Indian student which is out. And the question is that was he forced to fight for Russia? That's a question that we're asking. And also the MEA is making sure that these claims are true. These claims are true. So this is what we see right now. Back-to-back updates coming in on Republic TV. And also, just giving a little background to what is happening. And we're getting some more reactions coming in. In fact, my colleague Goswami has been talking to the relatives, of this Indian student. I just want to go ahead and play it out.
के पिता बनारसी लाल मौजूद हैं। बनारसी जी, मुझे सबसे पहले आप ये बताइए कि जो सचिन है वो रशिया कब गया, क्यों गया, क्या हुआ था?
सर वो 5 अगस्त को सुबह के 5 बजे की फ़्लाइट में रशिया गया था। वो पढ़ाई के लिए और थोड़ा जॉब करने के लिए। वहाँ से कोई एजेंट मिलता है, वो बोलता है आपको काम दिलाएंगे, वो आर्मी में उसको ले गए।
आपको इस बारे में कब पता चला कि उनको आर्मी मिलेगी?
जब उन्होंने वीडियो रिलीज की थी,
वो जो कुछ लड़कों की वीडियोस आई थी, तो उस एजेंट ने उनको क्या बताया था? मतलब जो, क्योंकि आपकी तब तक तो बात हो रही थी, शायद 14 सितंबर को आखिरी बात हुई।
हाँ सर, उसने हमको यही बताया कि पोर्टरों के लिए ले जा रहे हैं।
फौज में पोर्टर के लिए?
हाँ जी।
लड़ाई के लिए नहीं बोला?
लड़ाई के लिए नहीं बोला सर।
तो फिर जब आगे ले गए तब लड़ाई में धकेल दिया?
तब वो बाहर जोन में धकेल दिया उनको। तब से कोई 40 दिन हो गए बात की हुए।
आखिरी 14 सितंबर को बात है?
हाँ सर।
तो उसके बाद उन नंबरों पे कॉल करने की कोशिश कुछ?
बहुत कोशिश की, फ़ोन मिलता ही नहीं सर।
तो उनके जो कोई साथी जो ग्रुप पूरा गया था वो कुछ पता उनका?
पहले मिलता था एक लड़के का, अब उसका भी नहीं मिल रहा है।
तो लास्ट में उसने क्या बताया था?
उसने बोलता हम जब से बिछड़े हैं मिले नहीं हैं, ऐसे ही वो फ़ोन पे बात होती है।
तो सरकार की तरफ से आपके यहाँ प्रशासन ने चिट्ठियाँ भी लिखी हैं कुछ?
सब कुछ किया है सर। सरकार से यही उम्मीद लगा कर बैठे हैं कि कोई जवाब मिले हमें, सरकार क्या कर रही है।
सीमाओं को सुरक्षित रखा है और दुश्मन को उनकी जगह दिखाई है। वहीं हमारे हौसले और कौशल ने हर ज़रूरत पर हमारे नागरिकों का साथ देकर उनका विश्वास बढ़ाया है। हम न केवल आसमानों के रक्षक हैं, बल्कि राष्ट्र के अरमानों के संरक्षक भी हैं। इस शक्तिशाली, कुशल और प्रभावी सेना और इसके हर वायु योद्धा पर मुझे अत्यंत गर्व है। The world today is witnessing a global gravitation towards empowerment of air power as preferred and first instrument of statecraft beyond traditional diplomacy. As our nation navigates through the turbulent regional and global landscapes, it will increasingly depend on the IAF to provide effective response to emerging threats. It is our sacred responsibility to uphold the Indian Air Force as a credible, capable and formidable force, always ready to meet the nation's expectations. Our performance in Operation Sindoor fills us with professional pride. We proved to the world how air power can be effectively used in shaping military outcomes in just a few days. India's bold and precise attacks restored the rightful place of offensive air action in the national consciousness. Our robust air defense architecture and offensive employment of long-range surface-to-air missile systems limited the adversary's freedom to operate and ensured safety of our vital assets. The outstanding performance of indigenously developed and integrated weapons, which delivered precise and devastating blows deep inside enemy territory, vindicates our faith in homegrown capabilities. Operation Sindoor is a shining example of what can be achieved through meticulous planning, disciplined training, and determined execution. Beyond the combat role, Indian Air Force has consistently demonstrated its commitment to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations, both within India and abroad. IAF was the first responder to numerous domestic disasters, providing vital support to states like Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Assam, and Union Territory of J&K. Our air warriors have taken active part in operations during Assam coal mine collapse, Salem tunnel rescue, Mana avalanche, Manipur landslide, and floods in various states like Assam, Sikkim, and Himachal Pradesh. During Op Sindhu, IAF sprang into action to evacuate Indian citizens from conflict-ridden zones, and furthermore, IAF responded to international crises in other countries, airlifting relief materials and personnel, for example, to Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, and Kenya. The compassion, speed, and reliability with which Indian Air Force delivered hope, often under hazardous conditions, embodies the highest ideals of service before self. During the year, Indian Air Force has also engaged in bilateral and multilateral air exercises with various foreign-friendly countries. Our teams have showcased seamless interoperability, tactical ingenuity, and high professionalism during these exercises, demonstrating our military prowess to the world while reinforcing our diplomatic ties. भारतीय वायुसेना की कमान संभालते वक्त मैंने कुछ की डेवलपमेंट एरियाज निर्धारित किए थे। मुझे खुशी है कि इनमें से कई क्षेत्रों में काफ़ी प्रगति हुई है। हमारी ऑपरेशनल कैपेबिलिटी और फंक्शनल एफिशिएंसी बढ़ी है। The increased pace of integration of new systems, weapons and equipment into our operational plans has been a significant success. I can see that there is an increased culture of accountability, safety and security amongst the air warriors, and this is directly reflecting in our reduced incidents and accidents. At all levels, leaders are leading from the front, demonstrating exceptional vision and empathy. They are ensuring that every individual is empowered with the necessary training and is motivated. ये भारतीय वायुसेना क्या है? याद रहे, हम सब मिलकर इस भारतीय वायुसेना को बनाते हैं। हम सब इस इंडियन एयर फोर्स रूपी चेन की अभिन्न कड़ियां हैं। हर वायु योद्धा का काम इम्पॉर्टेंट है, महत्वपूर्ण है। चाहे वह शांति का समय हो या युद्ध का, हर वायु योद्धा अपने दायरे में बहुमूल्य योगदान दे सकता है और दे रहा है। इसलिए ये अनिवार्य हो जाता है कि हम अपने रोल्स और टास्क को अच्छी तरह जानें और रेगुलर ट्रेनिंग और प्रैक्टिस से अपने आप को उस रोल और टास्क के लिए सक्षम बनाएं। हर वायु योद्धा को यह निर्णय लेना चाहिए, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, मैं वो कमजोर कड़ी नहीं होऊंगा जिसके कारण ये वायुसेना रूपी चेन टूट जाए। मुझे खुशी है कि हमारे वायु योद्धा अपने ब्रांच, यूनिट, ट्रेड, सेक्शन से ऊपर उठकर एक कोहेसिव टीम की तरह काम कर रहे हैं और ये याद रहे कि एकजुट होकर कोई भी चुनौती बड़ी नहीं रह जाती। Our operational philosophy and aspirations are truly theme भारतीय वायुसेना अचूक, अभेद्य व सटीक। अचूक और infallible reflects our resolve to never fail in our service to the nation. कभी अपने लक्ष्य से ना चूकने वाले। अभेद्य और impervious highlights our role as a guardian of the sky. एक ऐसी ढाल जिसे कभी भेदा नहीं जा सकता। सटीक और precise emphasizes our accuracy in conducting operations. हमेशा अपने निशाने में निपुण। The Indian Air Force's pursuit in the past year, especially during Operation Sindoor, exemplify this theme. As we celebrate our triumphs and success, we must remain prepared for the future. Our planning must be innovative, practical, and adaptive. Our training must be based on the principle of train like we fight. Hence, it should continue to be honest, rigorous, and relevant to the emerging challenges. We must recognize that victory comes with effective teamwork. We have to leverage our collective strength, foster synergy, and promote interoperability, not only within the Indian Air Force, but also with other defense services and organizations, so as to achieve the national goals. On this proud occasion, I would like to express my deepest gratitude and respect to our esteemed air veterans, whom we can never forget. आपके विजन, त्याग और लीडरशिप ने हमें आगे बढ़ने की प्रेरणा दी है और इस मुकाम तक पहुंचाया है। मैं अपने शहीदों को भी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं, जिन्होंने भारतीय वायुसेना में कर्तव्य निभाते हुए अपने प्राणों की आहुति दी और देश का मान ऊंचा रखा। I will fail in my duty if I do not place on record my compliments to AOC&C Western Air Command, AOC Air Force Station Hindon, all principal staff officers of Air Headquarters and their teams for putting up such a befitting show this morning. My appreciation to the parade commander and all air warriors on parade for your immaculate turnout, precise and crisp drill movements, and above all, your Josh. Special thanks to the state administration for all the support. Once again, my gratitude to the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Army Staff, former chiefs, distinguished guests from various ministries and organizations, personnel from other services, and representatives from fairly foreign countries, and everybody here for joining us in our celebrations this morning. अंत में मैं अपनी और अपनी पत्नी सरिता की ओर से भारतीय वायुसेना के सब एयर वॉरियर्स, एनसीस, डीएससी पर्सनल और सिविलियंस और सबसे ज़्यादा अपने माननीय एयर वेटरन्स और उनके सब परिवारजनों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं तथा आप सबके अच्छे स्वास्थ्य व सुख की कामना करता हूं। आइए इस पावन अवसर पर हम सब वायु योद्धा अपने राष्ट्र की सेवा में समर्पित होते हुए ये प्रण लें कि हम मिलकर इस वायुसेना को और ऊंचाइयों तक ले जाएंगे और अपने आदर्श वाक्य नभः स्पृशम दीप्तम पर अडिग रहेंगे। जय हिंद।
All are requested to rise for the national anthem.
आपसे अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं।
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रूंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रूंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा
masala. Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a decor brand. Live consciously.
साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का बहुत बड़ा दायित्व हमारे एमएसएमईज यानी हमारे लघु, मध्यम और कुटीर उद्योगों पर भी है, जो देश के लोगों की जरूरत कम है, जो हम देश में ही बना सकते हैं, वो हमें देश में ही बनाना चाहिए। साथियों, जीएसटी की दरें कम होने से नियम और प्रक्रियाएं और आसान बनने से हमारे एमएसएमईज, हमारे लघु उद्योगों को, कुटीर उद्योगों को बहुत फायदा होगा। उनकी बिक्री बढ़ेगी और टैक्स भी कम देना पड़ेगा, यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी एमएसएमई से लघु उद्योग हो, सूक्ष्म उद्योग हो, कुटीर उद्योग हो, आप सबसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं हैं। आपको भी पता है, जब भारत समृद्धि के
श्री ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया जी से कि एक विशेष स्मृति चिन्ह प्रधानमंत्री जी को भेंट कर आप उनका अभिवादन करें। देवी सज्जनों, ये विशेष स्मृति चिन्ह मेकिंग फॉर द वर्ल्ड की भावना से प्रेरित है। दीज आर मिनिएचर्स ऑफ indigenous technologies which are being presented to the Honorable Prime Minister sir, जिसमें 4G RAN उपकरण, A6 और 5G एंटीना है, स्वदेशी तकनीकी उत्कृष्टता के प्रतीक। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी। और अब आप सभी की विशेष तालियों के बीच मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ आदरणीय श्री ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया जी को उनके स्वागत उद्बोधन के लिए। Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Union Minister of Communications and the Minister for the Development of Northeastern Region, Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia ji. उद्बोधन के लिए। Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Union Minister of Communications and the Minister for the Development of Northeastern Region, Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia ji.
Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Minister of State, Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji, Information Technology and Telecom Ministers from various states across the country, industry leaders, policy makers, academicians, and ladies and gentlemen present here at IMC 2025. आज दिल के गहराइयों से इंडियन मोबाइल कांग्रेस के 90वीं संस्करण में हम देश के यशस्वी प्रधान सेवक हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का दिल के गहराइयों से यशोभूमि में स्वागत करते हैं।
All right, those were the live visuals from the national capital where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is taking part in the India Mobile Congress 2025. Let's move on in the bulletin now. Well, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer landed in Mumbai, marking the start of his first visit to India since taking over as a British Prime Minister in 2024. He arrived at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport in Mumbai and was received by Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Deputy Chief Ministers Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar, and Maharashtra Governor Acharya. Starmer is set to meet with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday. Well, this meeting comes after India and the UK signed its historic free trade agreement
and that was signed in the month of July this year. Chandrakala, my colleague, is now joining us for more. Chandrakala, this is going to be a very, very historic meeting because this is UK Prime Minister's first visit to the country, and this coming in after India and the UK signed the free trade agreement. How significant is this visit?
Well, absolutely. This is first such visit by the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer after he took over office. The fact that this is his first major trade mission to India. So this particular visit comes after the free trade agreement signed between both the countries in the month of July this year. Now, the fact that British Prime Minister would be meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi and all kind of discussion, including regional and global issues, will be discussed between both the leaders, and the prime focus would be trade. And the fact that 125 UK CEOs and entrepreneurs and university vice chancellors and cultural leaders are also accompanying the UK Prime Minister with him, and and all kind of meetings are set to take place between both the leaders. Well, the fact that he arrived today on a trade mission to India to boost ties with one of the UK's most important economic partners. Let me tell our viewers that a free trade agreement was signed between both the leaders in the month of July, which would definitely, as the Prime Minister himself has pointed out, that the trade deal has been acknowledged as the best agreement between both the countries, and it would be benefited for both the countries. So yes, both the leaders are set to meet each other tomorrow, and he has just landed today in Mumbai, and he will be meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Mumbai. There is a global fintech summit which is to take place tomorrow in Mumbai, and the fact that the Prime Minister will personally commit to unlocking opportunities for great British business to grow and expand during his 2-day visit. So yes, a very, very important visit right at this moment when we are also looking forward to free trade agreement with Europe. We have also signed a deal with Europe as far as FTA is concerned. We are almost on the verge of signing a trade deal, which is the negotiation is still underway as far as the FTA is concerned with EU and also with US. So yes, Prime Minister Keir Starmer's visit is very significant as far as the trade between both the countries are concerned. Over to you.
All right, viewers, we have breaking news coming in right now. Geeta Gopinath has said on Donald Trump's tariff. So she's the ex-IMF chief, Geeta Gopinath, and she has slammed Donald Trump's tariffs. She says, and I quote her now, "It has been 6 months since the Liberation Day tariffs quote. What have US tariffs accomplished? Raised revenue for the government? Yes, quite substantially. Borne almost entirely by the US firms and passed on to some US consumers. So it has worked like a tax on US firms and consumers." So that is ex-IMF chief Geeta Gopinath slamming Donald Trump's tariffs. She said also that has it raised inflation? Yes, by small amounts overall, more substantially for household appliances, furniture, coffee. Improved trade balance? No sign of that yet. All right, Chandrakala, let's cut across now to Chandrakala. Chandrakala, now this is a very significant statement coming in from an ex-IMF chief, considering the fact that Donald Trump has been saying that the tariffs that he has imposed has actually improved the US economy in several ways. But Geeta Gopinath really putting a question mark on that big claim made by Donald Trump.
Yes, absolutely. As we can see that Geeta Gopinath, the ex-IMF chief, has clearly pointed out, has clearly opposed to the US tariff, which has been claimed by Donald Trump that, you know, this is a very important tariff for the US economy. She has raised certain questions as far as the US tariff is concerned as to, we have seen her tweet saying that, raise revenue for government, yes, quite substantially. These are the she has criticized this US tariff, saying that borne almost entirely by US firms and passed on some to to US consumers. So it has worked like a tax on US firms, consumers. Raise inflation, yes, by small amounts overall, more substantially for household appliances, furniture, coffee. Improve trade balance, no sign yet of that. So this is a very important point when she pointed out that there is, if there is a improvement in trade balance, yes, of course, no sign yet of that. So yes, a very important remark being made by the ex-IMF chief Geeta Gopinath on Trump's tariff. Now, the point is that President Trump has also used tariff as a weapon in different international forums. He has claimed that he has used tariff as a weapon as far as bringing ceasefire between India and Pakistan, and he has reiterated this statement once again in the UNGA as well. So yes, a very, very important remark being made by the ex-IMF chief right at this moment when both the countries are actually dealing with the situation as far as the trade deal between both the countries are concerned. So yes, a very important development. Over to you.
Absolutely, Chandrakala. And what is most significant is the fact that, Geeta Gopinath is a former IMF chief economist, and she's also a professor at the Harvard Economics as well. So, she has raised really, really pertinent questions because she is condemning the US tariffs, but she has also asked specific questions here. She talked about the revenue for the government. Has it raised the revenue for the government? She also spoke about, has it raised inflation? Then she said, yes, that has raised inflation overall. Has it helped in improving the trade balances? She said there is no sign of that as well. Has it improved US manufacturing? No sign of that as well. So these are pertinent and very, very pointed questions there.
So I think there's real opportunities here. I've got a number of ministers with me. I can't quite see them, but we've got Peter, as you quite know, Secretary of State for Business is around. Douglas, Secretary of State for Scotland, really important amongst other things, for whisky. And Justin, who's the new investment. Justin, the investment minister. Our job is to make it easier for you to seize the opportunities. And we're trialling something which I think is really important because until now governments have done trade deals and then sort of left them on the table and said to business, you take over. I think we should continue our work supporting and helping businesses take advantage of the trade deals. So we're here to help do that, to open those opportunities for you and to make sure there's follow through, if you like, for the trade deal rather than just a trade deal put on the table. So take maximum advantage of us. And a little test for you all, by the time I walk around on the plane on the way home, I want each of you to tell me what you've got out of this trip, a deal, a contact, or something else, because this is the chance now over the next 2 or 3 days to really take advantage. We've got Tracy Babin here as well, a West Yorkshire mayor with us. But let's have that conversation, but we've got a lot of time together. It's really great to see you. Thank you so much for coming. This is a wonderful opportunity. Let's go out and seize it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, he has of course arrived in Mumbai on a 2-day visit of India. He's joined in by a delegation of over 100 people from the world of business and other sectors as well. And he's slated to...
I don't know what this is going to look like, by the way, but let's see. Very good. I'll see you in just a minute. I think we're going through to the first session, so nice to see you. Follow you.
Excitement. We can see the excitement there as the UK Prime Minister went on to click some selfies with the delegation there, with the people there. He will... All right, Chandrakala, let's go back to Chandrakala. Chandrakala, as far as today's itinerary is concerned, what is going to be very significant is his meeting with the Prime Minister, but that is slated for tomorrow. How does the day look like for Keir Starmer for today?
Well, as I've already mentioned that the UK Prime Minister has just landed in Mumbai. So, of course, he has addressed people. Of course, the excitement is really high as far as his visit in Mumbai is concerned, because this is his first such, trade mission. And, of course, he is in the financial capital in Mumbai right at this moment. So, as we have seen that he has given a statement where he's expressing his positivity as far as the India-UK FTA is concerned. Now, the fact that 125 UK CEOs and entrepreneurs are also accompanying him. So, yeah, very positive talks to be taking place between both the leaders tomorrow. And both of them are also going to take part in a global fintech fest, which will be held in Mumbai. And so from here on, of course, the trade between both the countries are going to flourish. And the fact that I would like to mention about is that, the connectivity between India and UK is also going to see a upsurge as far as, our British Airways is concerned. Has today, in fact, British Airways has confirmed it will introduce a third daily flight between Delhi and London Heathrow in 2026, subject to regulatory and capacity approval. And the free trade agreement will also boost economic momentum between both the countries, and British Airways really sits at the center of that activity. So these are the few developments. A very important talk is scheduled for tomorrow. So yes, looking forward to this particular talk between both the leaders. Over to you.
Absolutely, Chandrakala, and we can see the excitement is palpable, and considering the fact that Keir Starmer has come to India for the first time as the Prime Minister, as far as India and the UK trade deal is concerned. In fact, as far as other countries are concerned, one of the most important, the first nations that India signed a free trade agreement was UK only. And, Downing Street has also been focusing on the fact that this FTA is this is an example of job creation. And in fact, Keir Starmer had also, while he was on the aircraft to Mumbai, he said that I am on a mission to deliver for the people back at home.
Absolutely. The fact that he has also pointed out how beneficial is this trade talk for the British economy, how is it going to generate a lot of employment opportunities for UK as well as for India. The fact that he has also, rightly pointed out that it is not just a piece of paper, it's a launch pad for growth. So yes, a very, very positive looking FTA, as you have rightly mentioned, that UK has been one of the first country where India has signed an FTA with. So yes, with India set to be the third biggest economy, as he has pointed out, in the world by 2028, and trade with them about to become quicker and cheaper, the opportunities waiting to be seized are unparalleled. These are some of the statements being put out by British Prime Minister as far as the FTA is concerned. So he has expressed a positivity as far as employment generation and growth, economic growth is concerned between both the countries.
All right, Chandrakala, thank you so much for bringing us all those updates on that big story. Thank you so much. And viewers, let's move on to the bulletin now. The battle for the Tatas, one of India's biggest and the most respected business empires, has now reached Delhi's power corridors. A huge infighting has broken out within the Tata group, and the government, which has been monitoring the development, is concerned and has been forced to step in. So we had the visuals coming from the national capital of Noel Tata meeting Union Home Minister Amit Shah in the national capital last night, and at the key meeting held at Union Minister Amit Shah's residence, Noel Tata and Chandrasekaran and top ministers are reported to have been present. And this meet comes amid reports of infighting and the issues of corporate governance inside the Tata fold. Republic Media Network Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami joins us this morning with the full details of the battle for Tata.
Well, I'll just keep it very brief so that our viewers have a sense of what happened. Yesterday, we had Noel Tata, Mr. Venu Srinivasan, who is the Vice Chairman of the Tata Group, and other senior leadership of the Tata Group who met Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence. The meeting was around 8 o'clock or so. We know that there were at least 3 or 4 members of the Tata board who were there, representatives of Tata Sons, representative of Tata Trust. And this has happened because there has been an open season of infighting within the Tata group. Essentially, as we all know, certain board members of Tatas have refused to accept the complete, supervision, if I may use that word, of Noel Tata, who has taken over as chairman of Tata after Ratan Tata passed away. Now, this problem has reached a key point after one of the directors of the Tata group did not have his position extended due to the opposition of the group of 4 who call themselves the reformists. It is a known fact that the 4 people who are opposing Noel Tata are believed to be in touch with Shapurji Palonji, which has 18% stake in the Tata Trust and in the Tata Sons, and as a result, they want to liquidate. They want to go for a public listing. At this point of time, the fact is that there is a fight for control over the Tatas. Now, whether this is a corporate coup or an attempt at doing some kind of a corporate coup, we are not sure of. But the point is that the government has been forced to intervene, principally because the government believes that Tata is a very big group. It's not just in terms of turnover, it's got a $180 billion turnover. It is because it's a diversified group. It's because the group is into various areas which are linked to India's growth story, including defense, particularly aerospace, aviation, and therefore the government cannot be a mute spectator to the goings-on within the Tata group and letting things go as it is. So there has been a political intervention. I would say this is an unofficial intervention. This is an attempt to give wise counsel to the Tata group, but I also believe that the government would like to see the Tata group controlled by the Tatas, as simple as that. And it does not want these present things which are going on in the Tata group to reach a point where, things get extremely ugly. There is believed to be a power tussle between Noel Tata on the one side and, the present CEO on the other. Mr. Chandrasekharan is just crossing the age of 65, so as per rules, his extension is also in the wings. And this internal battle is leading to great dissent at the very top of the Tata group. I would say that this is the single biggest corporate battle in recent Indian history. And therefore, it's going to be extremely closely watched. We are watching it very closely. And we're trying to get all sides on the story. It's very difficult to get details on record on something like this. But the meeting with Amit Shah has put the entire matter in the public domain without doubt. I mean, if anybody was talking about it in Harsha circles, when all the bosses of the Tata group are at the Home Minister's residence, where I believe the Finance Minister was also there, then it's pretty much out in the open. So this is my update for now. I'm sure we'll follow it up. So thank you very much.
Residents of Jalpaiguri, Bama, Dandanga, Tongu and Khirkata cross the Gatia River on foot as the water level of the river recedes, but boats are still out of service following a flood-like situation in the areas. A private bus was caught in a landslide in the Valour Ghat area of Jhanduta subdivision, which led to the death of 15 passengers. Himachal Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Mukesh Agnihotri visited the incident site and the government hospital. Rescue operations are ongoing at the incident site. Those injured have been taken for treatment and recovery to AIIMS Bilaspur. A tanker carrying chemicals rammed into a truck loaded with liquefied petroleum gas cylinders near Mozmabad Tehsil in Rajasthan late on Tuesday night, triggering a massive fire on the Jaipur-Ajmer highway, which also brought the traffic in the highway to a halt. And there fortunately are no reports of any casualties or serious injuries. Few drivers and the helpers suffered minor injuries, have been taken to the hospital. An exchange of fire took place between terrorists and special operation groups under police station Kandi in Rajouri. Joint teams of the J&K Police, Army and the CRPF have cordoned off the area. Passing vehicles are being checked by the security forces. Banaras Hindu University and Karlstad University, Sweden have renewed their Memorandum of Understanding at a ceremony held at the office of the Vice-Chancellor BHU in Varanasi. The renewal affirms the two universities' long-standing partnership and their shared commitment to advancing academic collaboration, research and intercultural exchange. And US Prime Minister Narendra Modi will open the first phase of the Navi Mumbai International Airport and the final phase of the Mumbai Metro 3 during his two-day visit to Mumbai beginning on Wednesday. Prime Minister Modi will also launch Mumbai One, a common mobility app for 11 public transport services. Here's a report. Viewers, we are taking a short break and coming up ahead, a video shows Indian student in captivity of the Ukrainian forces in Kiev. Also, we'll be getting you all the updates on Keir Starmer in India, trade, immigration and much more on the agenda. All those big stories and much more, viewers, coming after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
त्योहार की खुशियाँ होंगी डबल। हुंडई सुपर डिलाइट डेज में आपकी मनपसंद कार्स पर मिल रही है कमाल के डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
साथियों, हम नागरिक देवो भवः, नागरिक देवो भवः के जिस मंत्र के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, नेक
powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
Our Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, everyday.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a decor brand. Live consciously.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
कल यानी नवरात्रि के प्रथम दिवस 22 सितंबर को सूर्योदय के साथ ही नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स लागू हो जाएंगे। एक तरह से कल से देश में जीएसटी बचत उत्सव शुरू होने जा रहा है। इस जीएसटी बचत उत्सव में आपकी बचत बढ़ेगी और आप अपनी पसंद की चीजों को और ज्यादा आसानी से खरीद पाएंगे। नए स्वरूप में मुख्य रूप से अब सिर्फ 5% और 18% के ही टैक्स स्लैब रहेंगे। इसका मतलब है रोजमर्रा के इस्तेमाल की ज्यादातर चीजें और सस्ती हो जाएगी। खाने पीने का सामान, दवाइयां, साबुन, ब्रश, पेस्ट, स्वास्थ्य और जीवन बीमा, ऐसे अनेकों सामान, अनेकों सेवाएं या तो टैक्स फ्री होगी या फिर केवल 5% टैक्स देना होगा। जीएसटी कम होने से अब देश के नागरिकों के लिए अपने सपने पूरे करना और आसान होगा।
Hello viewers, we're American and Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in, and a top story that we're tracking right now is that an Indian student fighting for Russia has now been captured in Ukraine. That's a top story. We'll tell you exactly what's happening, but the headlines first. Let's get started. Huge infighting within the Tata Group comes to light. Tata Group's big wigs meet Home Minister Amit Shah. Video shows Indian student in captivity of Ukrainian forces in Kiev. UK's Tata in India, trade, immigration and much more on the agenda. In mega connectivity boost, Prime Minister to inaugurate Dharavi, Mumbai airport today. India salutes its air warriors. Indian Air Force marks 93 years of glory. SIA raids underway in Shopia district in connection with an ongoing probe into the UAPA cases. And viewers, let's go go to the top story tracking right now, and that is what is happening. The MEA is trying to ascertain the facts and the veracity that an Indian student, viewers, who was fighting, by the way, for the Russian side, has now been captured by Ukraine. So that's the top story we're tracking right now. It's checking whether these reports claiming that the citizen of India has been taken into custody are true or not. Now, the Indian embassy in Kiev is ascertaining the veracity of the report, adding that the government is in touch with relevant authorities. At this point, officials said there has been no official communication whatsoever from the Ukrainian side regarding the alleged detention. The MEA, through its mission in Kiev, is continuing, viewers, efforts to confirm the facts surrounding the incident. This is what we are understanding. Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade announced on October 7 that it had captured an Indian national who had been fighting, I repeat, fighting on the side of Russian forces. The individual was identified as a 22-year-old Sahil Mohammad Hussain, student from Morbi, Majoti. Also, now we have the statement of Majoti Hussain out for you. 22-year-old Majoti was captured by Ukraine while allegedly fighting alongside Russia. And the Indian mission in Ukraine is ascertaining whether this is true or not. Majoti claims that he was sentenced to 7 years in a Russian prison.
University student. И потому меня в тюрьму посадили за наркотики статьи. Тюрьму мне дали 7 лет. Я не хотел в тюрьме сидеть. Потом я контракт писал в СВО. Хотел убегать. У нас сказали, 1 год контракт есть. Ты 1 год служишь, и потом, домой опускают. Кто сказал 100 тысяч, кто сказал 500 000, кто сказал 1,5 миллиона дают. У меня ничего не дали. Короче, все так пизда был там. Последний месяц, сентябрь, я там в полигоне был. И 16 дней там был, как держит, стреляли, раз, два, все. ТТФ-ке, вот как включать, кидай, все. И 30 сентября, 4 дня назад, мне перевели в зеленый лин. Следующий день, 1 число. Команда сказал, готов, мы 3 человека. Готов, приехал. 3 либо 3,5 километра мы ходили. Нам надо это как блиндаж. Блиндаж надо копать. Надо убегать. Командир сказал, я не хочу, но сейчас я сильно устал. Ноги болят у меня, сердце болит. Так командир, конфликт был у нас. Он сказал, у него рацию забери, я пускай у него. Пошел нахуй. Я сам слышал. Нормально. Он рацию забрал, потом я убегал. 2-3 километра там ваш блиндаж, украинский блиндаж. Я смотрел, там пошел, сразу автомат. Я не хочу, это война, все, помоги надо, помочь надо. Никому не убил, никому плохо не делал. Я просто 3 дня сюда приехал. Я не хотел это война, я просто хотел убегать. Россия не хочу обратно. Ничего там правда нету. Лучше там сюда я сиду, в тюрьме. Если можно, тогда обратно у меня домой, Индия.
All right, Lavina is joining us from Morbi. Thank you for joining us here, Lavina. Now, Morbi, by the way, viewers, is the same place where this Indian student belongs to Majoti. And I want to go across to you, Lavina. We know that he's from Morbi. However, the story he says about how he ended up in Russia and how he ended up being captured by Ukraine is quite interesting. He says that he was caught. There was some legal issue for him, and he was offered to go to war, and he took that offer. And now he is in Ukraine. He's captured by Ukraine. However, the MEA has to ascertain these details. Lavina.
So we have not even gotten any official information regarding this particular student's capture. I am right now in the Morbi police station, and I interacted with an official here, and this particular police official said that they did not have received any information regarding this particular 22-year student, Majoti, who has been captured by the Ukraine forces. So this particular student, who was allegedly trying to be in the war, because he did not want to go to the prison, he was fighting for Russia, and he was surrendered in the Ukraine forces. Here, right now, I am here in the police station, A division of Morbi, and this particular official said that they have not received any information by any government authority that this particular student is missing, or they did not have any information regarding their family members as well. So we are just trying to know and get to know about this students' family information and trying to interact with them.
Right. And we played out that video of a Majoti right now, Lavina, and there he talks about his entire ordeal He says that I didn't want to go to prison, so I signed a contract for the special military operation. Now, Lavina, it's very important for our viewers to understand that many Indians have been coerced and fooled this way to fight for Russia. This is not the first case coming in.
Right. As you said, that this particular person who was also forced to join the forces, this particular person went to Russia for the studies and he was forced to join the forces in the Russia to avoid to go to prison, and then he was captured by the Ukrainian forces. We are here in the ground in the police station, A Division Morbi, and we have interacted with the police officials and they did not have any information regarding the students if he is missing or his whereabouts.
Right. Okay. I just want to go ahead and tell our viewers a little bit more about what's happening and the statements which have been made by Majority, who is the Indian student who has been allegedly captured by Ukraine. I really want to ask you, Lavina, what exactly is the MEA doing now? Now, we understand that the first focus would be to make sure that they make sure that it's true. In fact, we're getting some reactions coming in. Let's go and play it up.
University, student. И потому меня тюрьму посадили за наркотики статьи. Тюрьму меня дали 7 лет. Я не хотел в тюрьме сидеть. Потом я контракт писал в СВО. Хотел убегать. У нас сказали, 1 год контракт есть. Ты 1 год служишь, и потом, домой опускают. Кто сказал 100 тысяч, кто сказал 500 000, кто сказал 1,5 миллиона дают. У меня ничего не дали. Короче, все так пизда был там. Последний месяц, сентябрь. Я там полигоне был. И 16 дней там был, как держит, стреляли, раз, два, все. ТТФ-ке, вот как включать, кидай, все. И 30 сентября, 4 дня назад, мне перевели в зеленый лин. Следующий день, 1 число. Команда сказал, готов, мы 3 человека. Готов, приехал. 3 либо 3,5 километра мы ходили. Нам надо это как блиндаж надо копать. Надо убегать. Командир сказал, я не хочу, но сейчас я сильно устал. Ноги болят у меня, сердце болит. Так командир, конфликт был у нас. Он сказал, у него рацию забери, я пускаю у него. Пошел нахуй. Я сам слышал. Нормально. Он рацию забрал, потом я убегал. 2-3 километра там ваш блиндаж, украинский блиндаж. Я смотрел, там пошел.
The Indian student captured by Ukraine allegedly. Now we're getting some more videos of more Indians trapped in the Russian war. In July 2025, they all went to Russia on the student visa, viewers. After they reached there, they were sent into the training camps where they were given training, and by pressure, the contract was signed by them. 4 youths have been sent to the war area, but 3 are there. All are trapped and all requesting the center to make them so they can be released, as they have been trapped for so long, viewers. So like we told you, not the first time we have seen these kind of cases, because we have seen previous cases of Indians fighting for Russia.
ਅਸੀਂ ਰਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਆਰਮੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ 9 ਮੁੰਡੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਵਾ। ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੋਟੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਲਾਲਚ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਗੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫਰੰਟ ਲਾਈਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਭੇਜ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਧੋਖਿਆਂ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ, ਪੈਸਿਆਂ ਲਾਲਚ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਰਮੀ 'ਚ ਭਰਤੀ ਕਰਨਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਲਾਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਧੱਕਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਰੋਟੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਜ ਨਾਲ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਬਾਈ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਮਿਤ ਸ਼ਰਮਾ ਬਾਈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਧੋਖਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਰ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਾਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਬਾਈ। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਮਦਦ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰੋ ਬਾਈ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਰਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਆਰਮੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ 9 ਮੁੰਡੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਵਾ। ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੋਟੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਲਾਲਚ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਗੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫਰੰਟ ਲਾਈਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਭੇਜ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਧੋਖਿਆਂ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ, ਪੈਸਿਆਂ ਲਾਲਚ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਰਮੀ 'ਚ ਭਰਤੀ ਕਰਨਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਲਾਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਧੱਕਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਰੋਟੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਜ ਨਾਲ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਬਾਈ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਮਿਤ ਸ਼ਰਮਾ ਬਾਈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਧੋਖਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਰ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਾਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਬਾਈ। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਮਦਦ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰੋ ਬਾਈ।
All right, let's go straight across to Shravan Sen, our senior editor, joining us live right now. Shravan, we heard that video. A lot of Indians, they go on student visa, they fight for Russia. Some of them are missing, some of them are trapped. Shaman.
Well, in fact, a total of 16 Indians, that's the number that we were given by official sources with regards to Indians who are trapped in Russia. In fact, all of them had the same story. They had gone to Russia on a student visa, and thereafter they were basically made to sign a contract. The difference between the case that has just come in yesterday, that is a 22-year-old student from Morbi who was taken into custody by the Ukrainian army, the mechanized brigade. The difference here being that in this case, you have the 22-year-old declaring the fact that he was arrested by the Russian authorities in a drug case, and he was essentially made an offer that the drug case would disappear if at all he agrees to fight for the Russian army. And once in combat, that's when he had surrendered before the Ukrainian army, and he's currently in custody. The videos that we have essentially accessed right now, these are videos of Indian students who have been conscripted by the Russian army. In fact, they have made now an appeal to the Indian embassy in Moscow, as well as the authorities, that they need to be taken out from Russia. And the fact that despite multiple pleas that have been made before the Russian army, there has been no response really coming in from the army, whether at all they would allow them to go or not. As far as the foreign ministry is concerned, they have essentially responded by saying that they are in touch with the authorities in Kremlin. They are trying to find out a way to bring them back home. Some already face cases that have been registered in Russia. That makes the entire issue quite difficult to navigate, and that is the reason why, remember, they've been maintaining that there are cases that have been registered against Indians, and that is the reason why they are in Russia right now and they cannot be sent back home. Now, that's what the position that has been taken by the Russian authorities. India, on the other hand, has been maintaining that they are in constant touch, but they haven't been able to find out a solution as of now. These are the latest images. These are the latest videos of Indians who have been trapped there. And as I've pointed out, mostly they are from states like Punjab as well as Haryana. The latest video comes in from Punjab, where at least 6 of them have now made an appeal before the Indian government seeking help. They've also said that they are staying in pitiable condition, and the fact that they have now been provided food, and there are several other complaints that have been raised by those who have been stuck in Russia. One of them now in custody of the Ukrainians. And over the last few years, there has been a growing pattern. One, agents who have been operating in our country, particularly in the state of Punjab and Haryana, who have essentially lured these youth by saying that they would be offered a job once they are in Russia. And it turns out that no job was actually given to them, and they've essentially turned up, fighting for the Russian army without their knowledge. Now, that is what the family members here have been saying, that they had absolutely no idea that once they landed in Russia, they were basically asked to fight for the Russian army.
You know, Shaman, we have seen how India has repeatedly asked Russia to release all those students who have been misled and now they've been pressed into service. So this is something which has come in. In fact, when Prime Minister Modi's visit to Moscow last year, 2024, there was a conversation on this, and Russia had promised, yes, they will follow up.
Well, in fact, there has been no concrete proposal really coming in from the Kremlin at this point in time as to how exactly would this solve this entire situation, because as we speak, there are Indians who are still trapped in Russia and there is no way out, and that's what the families have been saying. There was also a meeting that was arranged between the family members and representatives of the Ministry of External Affairs. There were assurances that were given by the Ministry of External Affairs to the family members that all possible help would be extended. They say that they are in touch with the authorities in Kremlin trying to find a way out. In few cases, it is becoming extremely difficult only because there are cases registered against them in Russia.
Yes, thank you, Shaman, for getting us all those details. I really have to move ahead right now to some of the other stories we're tracking on Republic TV. The battle for Tatas, one of India's biggest and most respected business empires, has now reached Delhi's power corridors. Huge infighting has been broken out within the Tata group, viewers, and the government, which has, by the way, been monitoring the development, is now concerned and has been forced to step in. We had visuals come in from the national capital of Noel Tata meeting the Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi last night. At the key meet held at Union Minister Amit Shah's residence, Noel Tata, N. Chandrasekharan and top ministers, all of them reported to have been present. Now the meet comes amid reports of infighting and issues of corporate governance inside the Tata fold. Republic Media Network's editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami joins us this morning with the full details of the battle for Tata.
Well, I'll just keep it very brief so that our viewers have a sense of what happened. Yesterday, we had Noel Tata, Mr. Venu Srinivasan, who is the vice chairman of the Tata Group, and other senior leadership of the Tata Group who met Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence. The meeting was around 8 o'clock or so. We know that there were at least 3 or 4 members of the Tata board who were there, representatives of Tata Sons, representative of Tata Trust. And this has happened because there has been an open season of infighting within the Tata Group. Essentially, as we all know, certain board members of Tatas have refused to accept the complete, supervision, if I may use that word, of Noel Tata, who has taken over as chairman of Tata after Ratan Tata passed away. Now, this problem has reached a key point after one of the directors of the Tata Group did not have his position extended due to the opposition of the group of 4 who call themselves the reformists. It is a known fact that the 4 people who are opposing Noel Tata are believed to be in touch with Shapurji Palonji, which has 18% stake in the Tata Trust and in the Tata Sons, and as a result, they want to liquidate. They want to go for a public listing. At this point of time, the fact is that there is a fight for control over the Tatas. Now, whether this is a corporate coup or an attempt at doing some kind of a corporate coup, we are not sure of. But the point is that the government has been forced to intervene, principally because the government believes that Tata is a very big group. It's not just in terms of turnover, it's got a $180 billion turnover. It is because it's a diversified group. It's because the group is into various areas which are linked to India's growth story, including defense, particularly aerospace, aviation. And therefore, the government cannot be a mute spectator to the goings-on within the Tata Group and letting things go as it is. So there has been a political intervention. I would say this is an unofficial intervention. This is an attempt to give wise counsel to the Tata Group. But I also believe that the government would like to see the Tata Group controlled by the Tatas, as simple as that. And it does not want these present things which are going on in the Tata Group to reach a point where, things get extremely ugly. There is believed to be a power tussle between Noel Tata on the one side and, the present CEO on the other. Mr. Chandrasekharan is just crossing the age of 65. So as per rules, his extension is also in the wings. And this internal battle is leading to great dissent at the very top of the Tata Group. I would say that this is the single biggest corporate battle in recent Indian history. And therefore, it's going to be extremely closely watched. We are watching it very closely. And we're trying to get all sides on the story. It's very difficult to get details on record on something like this. But the meeting with Amit Shah has put the entire matter in the public domain without doubt. I mean, if anybody was talking about it in Harsha circles, when all the bosses of the Tata Group are at the Home Minister's residence, where I believe the Finance Minister was also there, then it's pretty much out in the open. So this is my update for now. I'm sure we'll follow it up. So thank you very much.
And viewers, much more coming right up. Keir Starmer is in India, trade, immigration, and much, much more on the agenda. In a mega connectivity boost, Prime Minister to inaugurate the Navi Mumbai airport today.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा सबका राजा और प्योर मसाला।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का बहुत बड़ा दायित्व हमारे एमएसएमईज यानी हमारे लघु, मध्यम और कुटीर उद्योगों पर भी है, जो देश के लोगों की जरूरत का है, जो हम देश में ही बना सकते हैं, वो हमें देश में ही बनाना चाहिए। साथियों, जीएसटी की दरें कम होने से नियम और प्रक्रियाएं और आसान बनने से हमारे एमएसएमईज, हमारे लघु उद्योगों को, कुटीर उद्योगों को बहुत फायदा होगा। उनकी बिक्री बढ़ेगी और टैक्स भी कम देना पड़ेगा, यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी एमएसएमई से लघु उद्योग हो, सूक्ष्म उद्योग हो, कुटीर उद्योग हो, आप सबसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं हैं। आपको भी पता है, जब भारत समृद्धि के शिखर पर था, तब भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था का मुख्य आधार हमारे एमएसएमईज थे, हमारे लघु और कुटीर उद्योग थे। भारत की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, भारत में बने सामानों की क्वालिटी बेहतर होती थी। हमें उस गौरव को वापस पाना है। हमारे लघु उद्योग जो बनाए, वो दुनिया में हर कसौटी पर
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
साथियों, हम नागरिक देवो भवः, नागरिक देवो भवः के जिस मंत्र के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म में इसकी साफ झलक दिखाई देती है। अगर हम इनकम टैक्स में छूट और जीएसटी में छूट को जोड़ दें, तो एक साल में जो निर्णय हुए हैं, उससे देश के लोगों को 2.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की बचत होगी। और तभी तो मैं कह रहा हूं, ये बचत उत्सव है। साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर।
This is Republic Jack Pollywall Studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I'm Akanksha Khajuria. Let's get started.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रूंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रूंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूम देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
कल यानी नवरात्रि के प्रथम दिवस 22 सितंबर को सूर्योदय के साथ ही नेक्स्ट जनरेशन GST रिफॉर्म्स लागू हो जाएंगे। एक तरह से कल से देश में GST बचत उत्सव शुरू होने जा रहा है। इस GST बचत
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Huge infighting, viewers, within the Tata Group comes to light. Tata Group's big wigs meet Home Minister Amit Shah. Video shows Indian student in captivity of Ukrainian forces in Kiev. More and more videos emerge of Indians trapped in Russia. Sources say at least 16 Indians sent to training camps. Kiev, Tama in India, trade, immigration and much more on the agenda. The mega connectivity bills Prime Minister to inaugurate Navi Mumbai airport today. India salutes its air warriors. Indian Air Force marks 93 years of glory. And viewers would love in breaking up Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in. Double shock for Jollywood studio, which houses the Big Boss Kannada setup. Bestcom has now prepared another notice today, which will be served after 10 a.m. viewers. So big update coming in right now on Republic TV. The studio is being questioned for setting up an electrical installation without obtaining map approval from the local authorities. In addition to allegedly violating Pollution Control Board regulations, the studio is now also accused of not adhering to Bestcom norms. So back-to-back updates coming in, viewers. Big Boss Kannada in trouble over these violations, which I just told you about. Remember, this is coming as Bengaluru South District officials have gone ahead, served these notices. The studio set is now sealed. right hand of your screen, you can see the pictures coming in. The studio set has now been sealed. And the big boss, Canada, is in big trouble, We're being joined right now by Abhishek, who's joining us live. Abhishek, looks like some action has been taken already. The studio has been sealed. And what about the contestants? Where are they?
Well, with respect to what happened at the Big Boss Studios, which is located in Biddi, which is owned by Jollywood Studios, in the year 2022, the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, the regional office, which is located in Ramnagar, had given out various other notices for the compliance of CFO and CFP, to which the Big Boss Studios, which is located in the Wales studio. So it is indirectly the Wales owner or the Jollywood owner who had to comply with the rules and regulations of KSPCB, who also did not want to comply with any of the notices and the rules and regulations which were laid down by KSPCB. And in fact, this is one of the reasons as to why the KSPCB, along with the district commissionerate and the KSPCB, have seized the studios which is located in Biddi as of now. Big Boss Studio is located within the Jollywood Studios, and all these contestants have been shifted to one of the private resorts because they have no clarity on what has to be done in the next couple of days. On the other hand, the advocate who is representing the Big Boss have already approached the High Court requesting that the immediate application has to be taken into consideration, and also there should be a hearing on an immediate basis because the entire show has been put on hold. On the other hand, we've also been informed by the Minister Ishwar Khandre, who's the Forest Minister, who also addressed the media yesterday, mentioned that another notice had been given to the Big Boss team, or probably the Wales studio or the Jollywood studio where the Big Boss studio is located, and they haven't reacted on it even now. So this is the actual step what the government had to take, irrespective of however powerful or influential the Wales studio or Jollywood studio is. Rules and regulations are meant to be equal for everyone, and there is no reason for giving out a free hand to the Wales studio or the Big Boss team, is what Ishwar Khandre has mentioned. And based on the rules and regulations formulated by the KSPCB and the advocates and the High Court in the previous couple of years, this is the situation that the Big Boss and Wales Studio had to follow because of their negligence in the last couple of years. So we will have to see how Big Boss show continues after the hearing in the High Court happens, and also we will have to see how Jollywood...
Thank you, Abhishek, for getting us all those details. I'll be coming back to you for more big trouble for Big Boss Canada. Let's move ahead, viewers. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer landed in Mumbai, marking the start of his first visit to India since taking over as the British Prime Minister in 2024. He arrived at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport in Mumbai and was received by Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, the Deputy CMs Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar, and Maharashtra Governor as well. And now Starmer is all set to meet with the Prime Minister Modi. So this will be something to look out for. This will happen on Thursday. This meeting comes after India and the UK sign its historic free trade agreement signed this July. So just after that FTA was signed, this meeting is coming in as a backdrop of that very significant meeting.
This looks fantastic, and it's really good to see you. And the first thing I want to say is a massive thank you to all of you for being here in India with us, because this is the biggest trade mission that the United Kingdom has ever sent to India. And I think it's really good evidence of just how strong the relationship is and how many business opportunities there are. And we've got businesses, some of the biggest businesses doing deals and business with India, some of the iconic businesses, small businesses as well. So we've got all sorts of businesses here. We've got great academic institutions represented, brilliant universities that are already doing great stuff here and about to do even more of it. And then we've got art and culture, film, drama, sport as well. So a really important and big delegation. So thank you for being here. There's a real buzz about it already. I hope you felt that before we got on the plane and on the plane and all the way through. Obviously, this is a two-parter, if you like. We had Prime Minister Modi over to the United Kingdom earlier this year to sign the FTA, the free trade agreement that we agreed, and today is the return leg of that, if you like. That FTA is really important for us. It's the biggest deal that we've struck since we left the EU. and I think it's the biggest deal that India has ever struck, so hugely important. I'll tell you how it all started. Prime Minister Modi and I at the G20 last November sat down and asked each other one-to-one, did we really want to press ahead with this? And if we did, would we knock the barriers out the way and get on with it? And 6 months later, we had the agreement, we signed it in July. And it provides huge opportunities. I've asked the team to implement it as quickly as humanly possible so that it's in place. But I think it's already changed the mood music, frankly. I think the opportunities are already opening up. The contact has already increased. Trade with India went up hugely in the last 12 months. And climbing. So I think there's real opportunities here. I've got a number of ministers with me. I can't quite see them, but we've got Peter, as you quite know, Secretary of State for Business is around. Douglas, Secretary of State for Scotland, really important amongst other things, for whisky. And Justin, who's the new investment. Justin, the investment minister. Our job is to make it easier for you to seize the opportunities. And we're trialling something which I think is really important, because until now governments have done trade deals and then sort of left them on the table and said to business, you take over. I think we should continue our work supporting and helping businesses take advantage of the trade deals. So we're here to help do that, to open those opportunities for you and to make sure there's follow through, if you like, for the trade deal rather than just a trade deal put on the table. So take maximum advantage of us. And a little test for you all, by the time I walk around on the plane on the way home, I want each of you to tell me what you've got out of this trip, a deal, a contact, or something else, because this is the chance now over the next 2 or 3 days to really take advantage. We've got Tracy Babin here as well, a West Yorkshire mayor with us. But let's have that conversation. But we've got a lot of time together. It's really great to see you. Thank you so much for coming. This is a wonderful opportunity. Let's go out and seize it.
All right, let's go straight across to my colleague, our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, is joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, very, very big message there of Keir Starmer. And what I really want to highlight to our viewers, and if you can perhaps expand on that, is that after the FTA was signed between India and UK, now the focus would be to iron out the specifications and really come out with a great deal which is beneficial for India and UK, and both the leaders will meet together and work on that.
Well, Shivangi, it's not about ironing out any differences anymore or getting a deal. The deal is there. The two sides have finalized the deal, announced it in the month of May, and in the month of July, Prime Minister Modi traveled to London, and that was signed, and the world saw it. A most comprehensive trade agreement in recent memory signed anywhere in the world between UK and India, between India as the 5th largest economy and UK as the 6th largest economy. And it's a model of an agreement in terms of the manner in which it extends those tariff lines to almost 99% plus products and services, 100% trade value, mostly at zero duty. Just to let viewers understand what Prime Minister Starmer was saying just a while back when we played that soundbite, he said he has traveled with the biggest ever delegation possible from his cabinet. He was saying that this is the time now to get to the brass tacks and get into deal making. So he said that when I go back on my flight, I want each of you guys, and he was talking about his team members, including the cabinet ministers, including the secretaries, including the business leaders, that when we are on a flight back to London, you should be telling me that what all deals you actually made, what all deals you signed, what all contracts you made. So I think the UK-India trade deal is already operational. And you heard how effusive the Prime Minister was, how excited the Prime Minister was sounding in terms of the possibilities that have got unlocked because of this deal. And of course, this is not just about one deal. This is about the larger India-United Kingdom relationship. Shivangi, upgraded to a global strategic or comprehensive strategic partnership in 2022. In fact, last last time the Prime Minister was in London, Prime Minister Modi was in UK in the month of July. The two sides had in fact signed on a 2035 decade-long vision with a milestone in 2030. And those numbers are mind-blowing. I mean, bilateral trade, both goods and services taken together, it stood at around $56 billion last year, with imports at around 17 billion so far as India is concerned, and exports at around 26 billion. So in a way, it's a favorable, one of the few favorable balance of payments, balance of trade relationships that we have. A total bilateral trade in goods at around 18 billion pounds with, so I beg your pardon, this is billion pounds and not US dollars, and around 25 billion pounds in 2024 for services. And this is projected to double by 2030. So we're looking at 100 billion euros, beg your pardon, 100 billion pounds plus trade by 2030. As I said, 2030 is an important milestone on the way to the 2035 vision. Defense cooperation, a tremendous amount of work happening. Not many people realize that while Indians go and work in the United Kingdom, there are about 600,000 plus British citizens working in various sectors in India. So the trade agreement takes into account the human resources part, the mobility part, the science and innovation and research part, about pound 300 to 400 million worth of research programs, joint research programs happening between the two sides. In fact, India is the second largest international research and innovation partner of the United Kingdom. There was a reason why there was this vibrancy in Sir Starmer's voice, because after Brexit, this is the biggest trade deal that the United Kingdom has got, and it is in some ways a commentary on the focus with which both the sides really work on it. Remember, 2022 is the time when the trade talks began, and 2025 is the time that it got signed. 3 years, 4 British prime ministers. On the Indian side, of course, 1 prime minister and 1 commerce minister. But this is really for the next 2 days. And of course, the two leaders are going to meet tomorrow and have delegation level talks in Mumbai and have a CEO summit. So I think next 2 days you are going to see a lot and hear a lot about how the India-UK relationship is going forward from here.
That is right, Abhishek. So it's a huge turning point there that we can see between India and the UK post the FTA, which has been signed, and it's Starmer's first visit to India as well. Okay, let's move ahead right now, viewers. A massive fire on the Jaipur-Ajmer highway after a tanker rammed into a truck carrying LPG cylinders late Tuesday night. The impact led to a series of explosions, visible and audible several kilometers away. Take a look.
A thunderous crash followed by a chain of explosions on the Jaipur-Ajmer highway. A truck carrying LPG cylinders busted into flames after being hit by a tanker late Tuesday night. Cylinders flew like missiles, bursting, scattering, and setting off more blasts. Eyewitnesses say the explosion could be heard kilometers away, the night sky glowing orange with fire and fear. Firefighters battered roaring flames through the night. Police blocked off the highway as explosions ripped through the silence of rural Jaipur. Police say at least 2 to 3 people, including the tanker driver, were injured. The driver received first aid at a nearby hospital before being shifted for further treatment. Deputy Chief Minister Premchand Bairwa rushed to the site on Chief Minister Bhajan Lal Sharma's directions. Fire brigades, police and district officials remained stationed through the night.
की गाड़ी ने टक्कर मारी है इसमें इस तरह का ये हादसा हुआ है और ये दुखद घटना है। निश्चित रूप से हम पूरी तरह से पूरी फायर ब्रिगेड की गाड़ियां यहाँ पहुँची है और एम्बुलेंस वर्ग की सारी व्यवस्थाएं यहाँ पे है।
Hospitals in Jaipur have been put on alert, but so far no major injuries have been reported. This is a chilling reminder of the tragedy in last December when a similar LPG blast on the same highway near Bhankrota killed 19 people. Jaipur has escaped a tragedy of the scale seen before. Still, the question remains, how many more warnings before safety catches up with speed?
And the battle for the Tatas, one of India's biggest and most respected business empires, has now reached Delhi's power corridors. Huge infighting has broken out within the Tata Group, and the government, which has been monitoring the development, is concerned and has been forced now to step in. We have visuals coming in from the national capital of Noel Tata meeting Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi last night. At the key meeting held at Union Minister Amit Shah's residence, Noel Tata, N. Chandrasekaran and top ministers are reported to have been present. Amid comes amid reports of infighting and issues of corporate governance inside the Tata fold. Republic Media Network's editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami joins us and with the full details of the battle in the Tata Group.
Well, I'll just keep it very brief so that our viewers have a sense of what happened. Yesterday, we had Noel Tata, Mr. Venu Srinivasan, who is the vice chairman of the Tata Group, and other senior leadership of the Tata Group who met Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence. The meeting was around 8 o'clock or so. We know that there were at least 3 or 4 members of the Tata board who were there, representatives of Tata Sons, representative of Tata Trust. And this has happened because there has been an open season of infighting within the Tata Group. Essentially, as we all know, certain board members of Tatas have refused to accept the complete, supervision, if I may use that word, of Noel Tata, who has taken over as chairman of Tata after Ratan Tata passed away. Now, this problem has reached a key point after one of the directors of the Tata Group did not have his position extended due to the opposition of the group of 4 who call themselves the reformists. It is a known fact that the 4 people who are opposing Noel Tata are believed to be in touch with Shapurji Palonji, which has 18% stake in the Tata Trust and in the Tata Sons, and as a result, they want to liquidate. They want to go for a public listing. At this point of time, the fact is that there is a fight for control over the Tatas. Now, whether this is a corporate coup or an attempt at doing some kind of a corporate coup, we are not sure of. But the point is that the government has been forced to intervene, principally because the government believes that Tata is a very big group. It's not just in terms of turnover, it's got a $180 billion turnover. It is because it's a diversified group. It's because the group is into various areas which are linked to India's growth story, including defense, particularly aerospace, aviation, and therefore the government cannot be a mute spectator to the goings-on within the Tata Group and letting things go as it is. So there has been a political intervention. I would say this is an unofficial intervention. This is an attempt to give wise counsel to the Tata Group, but I also believe that the government would like to see the Tata Group controlled by the Tatas, as simple as that. And it does not want these present things which are going on in the Tata Group to reach a point where, things get extremely ugly. There is believed to be a power tussle between Noel Tata on the one side and, the present CEO on the other. Mr. Chandrasekaran is just crossing the age of 65, so as per rules, his extension is also in the wings. And this internal battle is leading to great dissent at the very top of the Tata Group. I would say that this is the single biggest corporate battle in recent Indian history. And therefore, it's going to be extremely closely watched. We are watching it very closely. And we're trying to get all sides on the story. It's very difficult to get details on record on something like this. But the meeting with Amit Shah has put the entire matter in the public domain without doubt. I mean, if anybody was talking about it in Harsha circles, when all the bosses of the Tata Group are at the Home Minister's residence, where I believe the Finance Minister was also there, then it's pretty much out in the open. So this is my update for now. I'm sure we'll follow it up. So thank you very much.
Being joined right now by Pranav, joining us live right now. Pranav, just take our viewers through the details we're learning of. What's the update coming in?
The battle is already out in the open. We are right now seeing corporate India as one of the biggest battles playing out. What we learn is that the Tata Consultancy Services, which was supposed to actually kick off the earnings season starting October 9, has called off the press conference. They're saying that it is because it is coinciding with the anniversary of Ratan Tata, but that's what we have as far as the latest development is concerned. We are watching because this is one of the biggest battles and it affects every Indian. Just to give you a perspective of how it matters and how it touches the life of every Indian, TCS, for example, is one of the largest taxpayers. They paid approximately 15,898 crore worth of taxes last year, making Tata Group the third largest taxpayer in the country. So in that sense, it matters to the government because the massive revenue comes from Tata Group as a conglomerate. Other than that, some of the big brands that the Tata Group owns, Tata Salt, TCS, Tata Motors, Taj Hotel, Starbucks, all of these brands are intricately woven to our lives. So, it touches every Indian in some way or the other, and that is why this battle is important for every Indian.
All right. Thank you, Pranav, for getting us all those details. I'll be coming back to you for more on the story. Let's move ahead right now, viewers, to some of the other stories you're tracking. On the occasion of the 93rd Indian Air Force Day, the IAF chief highlighted the success of Operation Sindoor, calling it a shining example of meticulous planning, disciplined training, and determined execution. He said that the operation not only showcased the strategic use of air power in shaping military outcomes within days, but also reaffirmed India's faith in indigenous capabilities.
Our performance in Operation Sindoor fills us with professional pride. We proved to the world how air power can be effectively used in shaping military outcomes in just a few days. India's bold and precise attacks restored the rightful place of offensive air action in the national consciousness. Our robust air defense architecture and offensive employment of long-range surface-to-air missile systems limited the adversary's freedom to operate and ensured safety of our vital assets. The outstanding performance of indigenously developed and integrated weapons, which delivered precise and devastating blows deep inside enemy territory, vindicates our faith in homegrown capabilities. Operation Sindoor is a shining example of what can be achieved through meticulous planning, disciplined training, and determined execution.
Viewers, more and more videos emerge of Indians trapped in Russia. Sources say at least 16 Indians sent to training camps.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा। साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का बहुत बड़ा दायित्व हमारे MSMEs यानी हमारे लघु, मध्यम और कुटीर उद्योगों पर भी है, जो देश के लोगों की जरूरत कम है, जो हम देश में ही बना सकते हैं, वो हमें देश में ही बनाना चाहिए। साथियों, जीएसटी की दरें कम होने से नियम और प्रक्रियाएं और आसान बनने से हमारे MSMEs, हमारे लघु उद्योगों को, कुटीर उद्योगों को बहुत फायदा होगा। उनकी बिक्री बढ़ेगी और टैक्स भी कम देना पड़ेगा, यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी एमएसएमई से लघु उद्योग हो, सूक्ष्म उद्योग हो, कुटीर उद्योग हो, आप सबसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं हैं। आपको भी पता है, जब भारत
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, आर प्योर मसाला।
साथियों, हम नागरिक देवो भवः, नागरिक देवो भवः के जिस मंत्र के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म में इसकी 7 नेटवर्क का विस्तार तेजी से हो रहा है। इससे ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस बढ़ी है, इन्वेस्टमेंट को एनकरेज किया जा रहा है और उद्योगों को लॉन्ग टर्म प्लानिंग में सुविधा हुई है। साथियों, आज हम देश में साइबर सिक्योरिटी को भी उतनी ही प्राथमिकता दे रहे हैं। साइबर फ्रॉड्स के खिलाफ कानून सख्त किए गए हैं और अकाउंटेबिलिटी भी बढ़ाई है और ग्रीवेंस रिड्रेसल के मैकेनिज्म को भी बेहतर किया गया है। इंडस्ट्री और कंज्यूमर्स दोनों को इसका बहुत बड़ा लाभ मिल रहा है। फ्रेंड्स, आज पूरा विश्व भारत के पोटेंशियल को रिकॉग्नाइज कर रहा है। दुनिया का दूसरा सबसे बड़ा टेलीकॉम मार्केट हमारे पास है। दूसरा सबसे बड़ा 5G मार्केट यहां है और मार्केट के साथ ही हमारे पास मैन पावर भी है, मोबिलिटी भी है और माइंडसेट भी है। और जब मैन पावर की बात आती है तो भारत में स्केल और स्किल दोनों एक साथ दिखाई देते हैं। आज भारत दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी युवा आबादी का देश है और ये जनरेशन बहुत बड़े लेवल पर स्किल बनाई जा रही है। भारत आज दुनिया में सबसे तेजी से बढ़ती डेवलपर पॉपुलेशन वाला देश है। साथियों, आज भारत में 1 GB वायरलेस डेटा की कीमत 1 कप चाय के दाम से भी कम है। चाय का उदाहरण देना मेरी आदत है। पर यूजर डेटा कंजम्पशन में हम दुनिया के अग्रिम देशों में आते हैं। इसका अर्थ है कि भारत में डिजिटल कनेक्टिविटी अब कोई प्रिविलेज या लग्जरी नहीं है। ये भारतीयों के जीवन का एक अटूट हिस्सा है। साथियों, इंडस्ट्री और इन्वेस्टमेंट को बढ़ाने के माइंडसेट में भी भारत सबसे आगे दिखता है। भारत का डेमोक्रेटिक सेटअप, सरकार की वेलकमिंग अप्रोच और ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस की पॉलिसीज, इनसे भारत की पहचान एक इन्वेस्टर फ्रेंडली डेस्टिनेशन के रूप में बनी है। डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में हमारी सक्सेस इस बात का प्रमाण है कि सरकार डिजिटल फर्स्ट माइंडसेट से किस तरह से जुड़ी हुई है। इसलिए मैं पूरे विश्वास से कहता हूं, दिस इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू इन्वेस्ट, इनोवेट एंड मेक इन इंडिया। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग से सेमीकंडक्टर्स तक, मोबाइल से इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और स्टार्टअप तक, हर एक फील्ड में भारत में ढेर सारी संभावनाएं हैं, ढेर सारी एनर्जी है। साथियों, कुछ सप्ताह पहले ही 15 अगस्त को मैंने लाल किले से घोषणा की है कि ये साल बड़े बदलावों का, बड़े रिफॉर्म्स का साल है। हम रिफॉर्म्स की गति बढ़ा रहे हैं और इसलिए हमारी इंडस्ट्री का, हमारे इनोवेटर्स का दायित्व भी बढ़ रहा है और इसमें बहुत बड़ी भूमिका हमारे स्टार्टअप्स की है। हमारे यंग इनोवेटर्स भी हैं। अपनी स्पीड से, अपनी रिस्क टेकिंग एबिलिटी से स्टार्टअप्स नए रास्ते, नए अवसर बना रहे हैं और इसलिए मुझे देखकर खुशी है कि आईएमसी ने भी इस साल 500 से ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स को बुलाकर उन्हें इन्वेस्टर्स और ग्लोबल मेंटर्स के साथ जुड़ने का मौका दिया है। साथियों, इस सेक्टर की ग्रोथ में हमारे एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्लेयर्स का रोल लगातार बढ़ रहा है। ये प्लेयर्स देश की इकोनॉमी को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए स्टेबिलिटी, स्केल और डायरेक्शन देते हैं। उनके पास रिसर्च और डेवलपमेंट की कैपेबिलिटीज हैं और इसलिए हमें स्टार्टअप की स्पीड और एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्लेयर्स की स्केल दोनों से पावर मिलेगी। साथियों, हमारी इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े ऐसे कई विषय हैं जिन पर स्टार्टअप्स के युवा, हमारी एकेडमिया, रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट, रिसर्च कम्युनिटी और पॉलिसी मेकर्स सबको मिलकर के काम करने की जरूरत है। आईएमसी जैसा प्लेटफॉर्म ऐसे संवाद शुरू करने में उपयोगी हो तो शायद लाभ हमारा अनेक गुना बढ़ जाएगा। साथियों, हमें देखना होगा कि ग्लोबल सप्लाई चेन में कहां रुकावटें आ रही हैं। मोबाइल, टेलीकॉम, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और पूरे टेक्नोलॉजी इकोसिस्टम में जहां भी ग्लोबल बॉटलनेक्स हैं, वहां भारत के पास दुनिया को सॉल्यूशन देने का मौका है। उदाहरण के लिए हमने पहचान की सेमीकंडक्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की कैपेसिटी अब कुछ गिने चुने देशों तक सीमित थी और पूरी दुनिया डाइवर्सिफिकेशन चाहती थी। आज भारत ने इस दिशा में महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाया है। भारत में 10 सेमीकंडक्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स पर काम हो रहा है। साथियों, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में ग्लोबल कंपनियां ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर्स की तलाश कर रही हैं जो स्केल और रिलायबिलिटी दोनों में सही उतरे। दुनिया टेलीकॉम नेटवर्क इक्विपमेंट में डिजाइन और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए भी भरोसेमंद पार्टनर चाहती है। क्या भारतीय कंपनियां रिलायबल ग्लोबल सप्लायर्स और डिजाइन पार्टनर्स नहीं बन सकती? साथियों, मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में चिपसेट्स और बैटरियों से लेकर डिस्प्लेज और सेंसर्स तक ये काम देश के भीतर और ज्यादा होने की जरूरत है। दुनिया पहले से कहीं ज्यादा डेटा जनरेट कर रही है, इसलिए स्टोरेज, सिक्योरिटी और सॉवरेनिटी जैसे सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हो जाएंगे। डेटा सेंटर्स और क्लाउड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर काम करके भारत एक ग्लोबल डेटा हब बन सकता है। साथियों, मुझे आशा है कि आने वाले सेशन में हम
Getting some breaking news coming in right now, viewers. Let's put the fresh updates out for you. Zubin Garg death case. A cousin has been arrested, viewers. Zubin's cousin has been arrested in the death probe. So we're trying to get you more updates as to what is happening. Remember already that we are tracking all the developments of the death probe, of Zubin Garg. We are seeing that already. More details are coming in about the SIT, CID investigation of the Assam police. Now we know that they have arrested and in case of the more updates coming, SIT chief and special DGP they have said that there are some more details coming in. They have arrested 5 persons, including the main event organizer, Sham Kanu Mahanta, Zubin Garg's manager, Siddharth Sharma, Zubin's bandmate, Shekhar Jyoti Goswami, and co-singer Amrit Prava Mahanta. So we are seeing that in all these developments are coming in. The backdrop of the developments, Zubin's cousin has also been arrested in the death probe, and this probe is by the SIT, CID of the Assam police. Zubin Garg death case, the cousin has been arrested in this case. So now, remember that the investigating agencies are going ahead and they are keeping their eye on some suspicious individuals. They're speeding up their probe and their eyes are on different people, NRIs with roots in Assam, who were at the yacht party with singer Zubin Garg in Singapore. Now the cousin has been arrested. Let's go to Aniruddha joining us live. Aniruddha, take our viewers through latest details. We're learning off.
Yes, Sandeepan Garg, who happens to be Zubin Garg's cousin, he was accompanying Zubin Garg to Singapore. Despite being an officer of the Assam police, he went to Singapore without prior approval of the Home and Political Department. And what we are getting to know now is that on grounds of negligence, he has been arrested. Though the details of the arrest has not yet been made public, he is now being produced in front of the Chief Judicial Magistrate. The arrest has been made hardly 25 minutes back, and he is being produced in front of the Chief Judicial Magistrate, and like the others, he too is expected to be taken into police remand for further questioning. It may be mentioned that Sandeepan Garg was questioned for several days by the SIT constituted by the Assam police in regards to the mysterious death of Zubin Garg in Singapore, and after questioning also, the police failed to get satisfactory response from Sandeepan Garg. And that is the reason why now he is being arrested by the Assam police. Sandeepan Garg is Zubin Garg's first cousin. This is what we have been told earlier also. And he was accompanying Zubin Garg to Singapore. In fact, he was also there on the yacht on that day when that unfortunate incident took place, and he was very much in the water with Zubin Garg and his other accomplices when Zubin Garg breathed his last following a tragic swimming accident.
Aniruddha, so I just want our viewers to understand what is happening so far. So many arrests have been made. The manager, the musician, singer, Amrit Prabha Mahanta, Northeast India Festival organizer, they all have been arrested in connection with the singer's death, including the cousin, latest coming in. But also, there has been a lot of focus on the financial transactions and angles as well, Aniruddha.
Yes, there are a lot of angles which are being investigated, including the financial transaction angle. And what we have got to know that yesterday, two of the PSOs of Zubin Garg, which were provided by the Assam Police, Paras Boisho and Nandeshwar Bora, they too were suspended by the Assam Police yesterday because Zubin Garg he mostly didn't carry his he didn't have Google Pay or any direct access to his accounts. It was all managed by Siddharth Sharma, Zubin Garg's manager, and mostly the transaction in the studio mostly happened through the account of Nandeshwar Bora and Paras Boisho, the two of the PSOs of Zubin Garg, and it has been learned that around transaction to the amount of around 1 crore 10 lakh took place in both these accounts, and that is the reason why now their accounts are also being investigated. Apart from that, Siddharth Sharma's financial transactions are also under the scrutiny, and in fact the top officials of the Assam Police CID and the SIT who are privy to the details of the investigation has informed Republic Media Network that if need arise, all the finances as well as other transactions related to Zubin Garg and the accounts of his close associates will also be examined by the SIT and the IT department.
So Aniruddha, I'm staying on this because this is a huge development coming in. So just getting our viewers all the updates. Assam Police Service Officer Sandipan Garg has been arrested, and I want to go back to my colleague. Aniruddha. So Aniruddha, just take our viewers through how many arrests in total have been made so far. We also understand that many FIRs have been filed across the state among many people. In fact, there's so many FIRs which have been already filed. Not just the FIRs being filed. We know that many people, including NRIs, are under the radar, and they are being investigated as we speak right now, Aniruddha.
Yes, this is in fact the fifth arrest in connection to Zubin Garg's death, Sivangi, and the fifth arrest is of Sandipan Garg. And in fact, as you pointed out, but the NRI is being questioned. Yesterday, one of the NRIs, Rup Komal Kolita, he arrived from Singapore and he is still being questioned by the as I did for the second day today, he will be questioned again. And if we talk about the other arrest, the first arrest was in fact of Shyamkanu Mohanta, the organizer of the Northeast Festival. He was arrested from the IGA airport immigration point in Delhi. And then we have Siddharth Sharma, who was arrested from a toll gate in Gurgaon. Then Sekhar Jyoti Goswami, Zubin Garg's bandmate, was arrested. Following that, his co-singer, female singer Amrit Prabha Mahanta, was arrested. And now the latest to be arrested is Sandipan Garg. There has been multiple questions from various quarters in regards to Sandipan Garg that, despite being a police officer and despite he being there, why he actually didn't took the initiative, because, once Zubin Garg's death was announced, even after that, Siddharth Sharma managed to take Zubin Garg's phone along with him. Sandipan Garg, he was not just a cousin of Zubin Garg. He was in fact a police officer who was no doubt on leave, but he happens to be a serving police officer of the Assam Police.
Yes,
and
Aniruddha, hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second, because we have put that picture out. That is Zubin's cousin who's arrested in the death probe. And also adding to that, the cousin is also the Assam Police Service Officer, Sandipan Garg, who has been arrested. So Anuruddha, our visuals are there on a screen. We can see the picture of the cousin who has been arrested, who's also an Assam Police Service Officer. Anuruddha.
Yes, Shivangi. In fact, Sandipan Garg, there were multiple questions were being raised on the role of Sandipan Garg. He didn't acted as he should have been, not just for being a cousin of Zubin Garg, but also for being a police officer. And his part, the role he played, was a complete neglect to both being a relative or a police officer is concerned. Apart from that, there has been also several allegations coming up against Sandipan Garg in terms of his conduct in the service, and as well as how he got through the civil services examinations. These are also, there are several questions also being raised on that aspect, because, it is being alleged that Sandipan Garg got into the Assam Police Services through economically weaker section quota, which definitely he doesn't belong to. So yes, all this will be also part of the investigation further. And as we speak, yes, the role of the Sandipan Garg will be investigated, but at the same time also, how Sandipan Garg traveled to a foreign country without the prior approval of the Home and Political Department of the state. This will also be investigated, and when all these things will be investigated, then definitely the picture will be more and more clear further. Shivangi.
Anuruddha, okay, so the picture is out. The picture is out of the cousin who has been arrested of Zubin Garg. It's a very, very big breakthrough in the ongoing investigation into the suspicious death of the renowned singer Zubin Garg in Singapore. I have to move ahead right now. We're getting some more updates coming in. Getting some more breaking updates coming in right now, viewers, where we are learning that the Delhi High Court has issued summons on Sameer Wankede's petition against Red Chillies Entertainment and others. And the High Court has directed Red Chillies Entertainment and others to file their responses within 7 days. The court has also directed the petitioner to provide a copy of the petition to all respondents. The case has been scheduled for hearing on October 30th. So back-to-back updates coming in right now on Republic TV. And I really want to go across to our legal editor, Ridham, who's joining us. Ridham, just help our viewers understand the latest coming in.
Let's tell our viewers what's happened in the courtroom today. Summons have been issued in this case that has been filed by Sameer Wankede in the defamation suit. He says that there is defamatory portrayal in the new Netflix series that has been there. There was Sandeep Sethi, senior advocate, who appeared for Sameer Wankede and others over, he says, alleged defamatory portrayal in the new Netflix series. Justice Pushendra Kumar Kaurav has now issued a notice on his defamation application. He asked for interim relief and the matter has been listed for 30th. Appearing for Wankede's senior advocate Sandeep Sethi has said that in reference to the series, I am being trolled, my wife is being trolled, my sister is being trolled. It is shocking. No one is defending those posts. The court has said we appreciate there is cause for favor, but we will issue summons first. For Netflix, senior advocate Rajiv Nair had spoken out today and he opposed the suit. Senior advocate Shahid Rehan appeared for Red Chillies Entertainment. In the earlier hearing...
We have Sameer Wankede.
All right. Let